Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Zombie Town, starring Dan Ackroyd and Chevy Chase, about a movie that turns everybody into zombies. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 12, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. This is based on an R.L. Stine Goosebumps story. And for some reason, I don't quite get why. Oh, it is rated PG. PG-13. It's not rated R, but PG-13. I don't know. I can't really buy the premise. It's a little too on the nose, I'll say. Basically, Dan Ackroyd comes to town to show a zombie movie, and it turns people into zombies. How does that work? It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, maybe for a half-hour episode, but this looks like very much a kid's movie. I don't know why. PG-13, it seems almost too hard a rating for this thing. Only in theaters September 1st. It just, I don't know, it doesn't seem that funny. It also seems to center mostly on the young cast and not Chevy Chase and Dan Ackroyd, who are in it as, I guess, supporting characters, but not the main characters, which I kind of understand. They're getting up there. Although Ackroyd looks pretty good for his age, I'll say. Chevy looks a little older. But they're both the funny guys. The two young people they have for the cast, I mean, they're okay, I guess, but they're not, I don't know, they're not blowing me away with their comedic takes. It feels very soft comedy, like something you'd show to a little kid. I mean, it's rated PG-13, but I can't imagine this movie bothering anybody other than maybe the zombie scenes. I guess that's why I got a PG-13 movie, because of the zombie movies. But zombie people, but even the zombies in this don't look very scary, and it looks like they'll be curing them before the end of the movie. Yeah, it's R.L. Stine's Zombie Town. I don't know. I guess people read this as kids and then they're into it. The Pineys books often get compared because of the covers to R.L. Stine. Seems a little too light. Seems a little too light for zombies, but I kind of get it. Here's the write-up. Amy and Mike uncover a centuries-old secret. They decide to watch an exclusive film reel. Before they know it, the town has been turned into undead before their eyes. The duo must track down the infamous filmmaker Dan Ackroyd to navigate the town of hungry zombies to break the curse before it's too late. And they do. I mean, is this even worth doing a 3-act breakdown? They set up the characters, they watch the movie, it turns everybody into zombies, they have to spend the second act looking for Ackroyd and then lifting the curse, and by the end of the movie they lift the curse and everybody's fine. I mean, I like comedy, I like zombies, I like Dan Ackroyd, I like Chevy Chase, I like this guy from Kids in the Hall. But it just looks boring. It looks like a kid's thing that, like, isn't a good kid's thing. It doesn't look the least bit dangerous. And I think that's, to its discredit. It's too light. For PG-13, you're telling me only a kid, 13, I mean, this feels like it's for babies. It's like a baby zombie movie. I don't know, maybe for little kids it could be fun. Not for me. Not for me, and I love zombie movies. So I get it, but I just think I think for people who read the stories as kids, they'll take their kids to this. I think that much of it'll do okay. I don't think it'll do super well, though, because when people talk to me about R.L. Stine, they can't seem to remember that many specific stories. They remember some of them, and they remember the series in general, and they thought it was fun, but I don't know if this is as fun as, say, the book. Reading the book as a kid might feel forbidden because you have zombies in it, but you don't actually see them. And you can word things in such a way that, it'll be totally safe for kids to read about zombies. So I don't know. Yeah, it's just not for me. It doesn't strike a nostalgia chord. I was too old for R.L. Stine. Um, is it good? I assume it would be good to take your kids, right? And I would assume this would be fine for even younger kids, unless they, like, I had a younger relative, I won't say who would get scared at scary movies and anything remotely scary up until about he was around, I'll say, is 10 or 12. He would get scared, but I wouldn't. You could have taken me to this at like 9, 10. I wouldn't have had any nightmares. I probably would have been bored. So it kind of depends on the kid, I guess. But yeah, I guess I just don't know if you need a full movie. Is what I think. I think this would have been better off as a TV series, right? You just do all the Goosebump stories. This would be an hour long. I think it's probably not enough story for 2 hours. But that's just my gut feeling. And again, I mean, that's a little scary. I mean, the effect is kind of cool. But he's not going to bite him, right? I mean, you're not going to see him get his face bitten off. And it's not that I want to see that, because I don't like a lot of gore, but if the danger isn't there, then the tension isn't there, and then it's just like, you know what I mean? So, anyhow, it's called Zombie Town, September 1st, Dan Ackroyd, Chevy Chase. I wish him well with it, because I do miss the old SNL days. I hope these guys get a movie that's more about them doing something really funny, because they're good. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, who has to be the center of attention. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more based takes. We'll be back with more later. See you in the next one.